In today's episode, we unlock Grand Admiral Thrawn. Yes, guys, let that sink in. I'm amazed as well. We also unlock a load of other characters. We actually unlocked Merrin, Piet, Dark Trooper, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and Palpatine all in the space of 24 hours. If you ask me, that is an insane accomplishment. Really, really nice. And also Savage. How could I forget that guy right there? So in terms of what we've done in the 24 hours that you haven't seen this account, I've just been going around. I've been making sure that I've been hitting the raid, the Sith raid, so I can start credit income. Guys, we have like 4 days before Grand Arena starts, and I'm now in the process of making sure I'm ready so that as soon as Grand Arena comes around, I am in a position where I can compete. So what I've been doing, you can see here, I applied some gear to Dark Trooper. Dark Trooper is gear 8. My Piet is gear 9. And my Merrin is also gear 8. So we've made some good gear investments here. These characters are going to stay at these gear levels. Now I do need some Zetas. I'm still undecided on which one I'm going to go. There's about 4 Zetas that I'm between. Now, not all of you say, Glurmit, you know, there's only one option and it's Vader. Guys, I know Vader's very good, but he's not going to be the first Zeta I do, I can tell you now. These Zetas I'm going to choose from are going to be between Mothma's lead, Piet's unique, and we're also considering Merrin and her unique, and then we're also considering Towson's lead. These are the different Zetas we're considering at the moment. All of them have their uses. At the moment, I'm more inclined between Mothma or Piet. I'm undecided, but I think that's what we're probably going to go for, just because we want to give ourselves the biggest edge possible. Now, in terms of the actual teams we have going, our Imperial Trooper team, obviously, Viz is given to us at 5-star gear 8. We then have Piet, who is going to be gear 9, 3 stars. We then have Dark Trooper, who's gear 8, soon to be gear 9, 3 stars. And then we have no other Imperial Troopers, but we will be farming Range Trooper within the next month or 2. And they will be that 4th in the slot. And then we just put 1 Imperial Trooper, random one, in the 5th slot. Because you don't really need that 5th one necessarily, so we can get away with like Snow Trooper, for example. And now with our Night Sister team, we're going to be running Towson lead with Daka, Zombie, Merrin, and Asajj. All really good characters. In terms of the gear levels, Merrin's going to be at gear 8 for a long time here, guys. We're then going to take the rest of the team to gear 12. Daka's going to go to Relic. And honestly, that team looks pretty good on paper. It's going to be beating Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron, a very, very formidable early game team. And it's also going to be beating some other teams in and around at that level. We should also be able to do a Grievous, for example. So I'm very excited to have that team on the horizon. And with regards to the Mothma team, which is the next one we're working on, guys, and I'll explain why in a second. We're actually going to have Mothma, Kyle, and then we're just going to use whatever Rebel fighters we have left over. And it's actually probably going to turn out early on to be the Rogue One team, Jin, Cassian, K2. And I'll get to that in a second, guys, because the grand scheme of this account is we need a fleet. And as you guys know, I'm going for Rebels, because the idea is I want to try and go for Profundity as the first major fleet instead of Executor on this account. I think it'll be a good option. I think the Profundity farm gives you better characters, and characters that really benefit from those higher relics. So that's what I'm planning to do, and for that reason, I'm more than happy to invest the 3 Rogue One characters there, Jin, Cassian, K2, into my Mothma team. They're going to work fine early on. Yeah, okay, it's better with Power, it's better with Scout for sure, but early game, I can get away with doing that. And if you have the Mothma Zeta, and this is why I'm considering applying it, that team does become quite strong. Now, my Kyle is currently 4-star. We haven't geared him up yet, but we will be doing soon. He's also a character that we will be taking above those gear 8, gear 9, so he's going to be getting some of this Kyrotech when we get round to it. Also, guys, just take a look at this battle here. I know it's really sped up, but everyone dies apart from Baze, and he just kind of solos like 2 waves and gets me my PB in TB. That sounds like a really cool thing to say. But yeah, guys, that's kind of the plan with the teams we're farming, and I plan to have each of these teams at least up to the gear level by next week's Grand Arena. We should have our first Omicron in time, Zeta, sorry, not Omicron, in time. And again, guys, I'm kind of undecided with which one I'm actually going to apply. At the moment, I am leaning towards Piet, but Mothma is tempting. In terms of the Night Sisters, they're also quite good as well. Like, obviously, Merrin's unique is very, very strong. That's what allows her to be beating those Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron teams, which we are going to see a lot of. And then obviously she has an Omicron, but Omicrons we can talk about on another day. Now, here's my time to ask you guys some questions. How is your TB going? So this is obviously my first TB on this account. I'm averaging about 70% on waves, which is actually pretty good, 50 to 70% on waves here. There's the Merrin unlock, by the way, guys. And the best thing is we haven't even really got a light side focus roster here. Most of the upgrades I'm doing are on dark side, so I can't wait until we actually see the effect that my account has on dark side Geo. I reckon I could do something when we get there. I think for now we're going to be doing dark side Hoth for 1 or 2 TBs, which is perfectly fine. I do think that you need that general progression with an account. I think jumping in too deep too late can be a little bit unrewarding. It may not be the most efficient thing to be doing dark side Hoth or light side Hoth, but I do think it gives you that 1 or 2 months to prepare everything ready. So as soon as you get into Geo, you're actually able to get waves. That's kind of the plan here, guys. As you see, we put some gear on Merrin, we put some gear on Dark. Sith Raid rewards came in, so I bought some Carbunties actually to make sure that we got some gear going on the team. And then the rest of it is going into credits because I do want to have good levels on the teams I'm using. So we are going to be in Carbonite. That means 3 teams on defense and 1 fleet, and most likely 3 teams on offense and 1 fleet. So at the moment, the plan is our Rebel fleet will be on offense. We will just put a random fleet on defense. That is what we're going to do for quite a while. Then in terms of our defensive teams, we obviously have Mothma, we have Rebels and all of these. We can maybe just put 1 good team and then put 2 average teams, most likely what we'll do. And then on offense, we're going to have plenty to clear. So I'm very excited to see how this goes. I think the first 1 or 2 grand arenas should be pretty fun, pretty competitive. But I am aware that as time goes on, we're going to be matching against harder and harder opponents. This is why I'm really focusing in on what teams I really need and what team's going to benefit me the most. For example, guys, the Rebel fighters with Kyle Katarn, they punch up massively. Same goes for Night Sisters with Merrin. So if I can get these running early on with the key Zetas and potentially key Omicrons, and I say potentially because I'm not sure if I'm going to do them yet, then obviously we can start punching up and we can see some good success. Also, guys, watch us just body thrown here. That's kind of hilarious. There we go. There's the 5-star unlock. Now we're not going to be leaving Thrawn we're not going to be gearing him up anytime soon. He's going to stay at 5-star low gear. Eventually, when I have the time, I will invest in Vader, Palpatine, Thrawn, and potentially Mara Jade, and that's another team down the line. But right now, that's not on the horizon. I don't really want to split my resources too thin. We have committed to the Night Sisters Rebels side of the farm, so I really want to get that rolling. And once that's done, we then take a break and then we do these other teams. That's why I'm not doing Vaders, Zetas, or anything like that yet. They are very, very good, but I don't want to be diverting the gear just yet. I want to be focusing in on these core teams. And once these are done, and they should be done within really the month, if I had to guess, then we can start making progress towards our next farm. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys what that's going to be, but if you pay attention to the thumbnails, you have an idea of what the big Journey Guide character I'm going for first on this account is going to be. Now, guys, I know I set a like goal last time and you guys smashed it. It was 25 for the video and 35 for the stream. The stream will be later today as of the day this video goes live. However, guys, I'm going to set one for next video. If you want the video to come out within the next 24 hours, then you guys need to hit the like button 35 times. This is just for the video, guys. This is not even for a stream. If you guys can do that, I will upload the next episode straight away. And guys, in that episode, I will be telling you the general account plan, not just the skeleton like we talked about today, but the actual plan for the account. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. My name is Glurmit, and as always, guys, I hope you have a glowing day.